Yeah,
It was entertaining as well, but overall it was a complete shit show. Hello everybody and welcome to a new type of video for our channel. We are doing a tier maker, as you guys can see on the screen right now. Wrestlemania, both night 1 and night 2 have just completed. Overall a fun show, I think, from both of us, we have to agree.
yeah, it was a good show. Probably one of the most enjoyable WrestleManias I think for a while for me personally.
So we're going to be doing now a ranking of all the matches, and you can see our different tiers that we have. Obviously, the S tier or the top tier for this particular tier will be the number one match that we both agree on. That was match of the week on both two nights. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so first up we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
For me personally, I would probably put this in average for me. That's me personally though.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you. The match was fine, but that was the match that was leading up to the main event of night 1. I don't think it was that good. I think average is probably the perfect spot for it, so I'm happy to stick it in average.
Yep.
Right, next we have Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. I think with this matchup, it definitely wasn't WrestleMania worthy, as I think a lot of people would suggest. Was it better than Ronda Rousey Charlotte? Probably not. Is it below average? Let's leave it in average.
I was gonna say yeah, average, below average, yeah.
We'll leave it in average and then we'll work from there. Alright, next up we have Sami Zayn versus the star of Jackass, Johnny Knoxville. What are we putting here? What are we thinking?
I think this is pretty good. Amazing to pretty good, to be honest.
Amazing?
Not amazing, but like one of those two. I'll probably put him pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. It was a very entertaining match. No real complaints from my end with this matchup. I think it was very enjoyable. So, pretty good is... Yeah, I'm happy with pretty good. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. For me personally, I think this match is very similar in the way of Knoxville. Very entertaining. For both of them, both celebrities in these matchups brought their A game. I'm happy to put it in pretty good, but if you want to put it in average.
No, I was going to say pretty good as well. I thought this was pretty good.
Do we think it's better than Knoxville and Sami Zayn?
Nah, I enjoy that one more. I just for the randomness of it, I think the Knoxville Sami Zayn one.
We're also basing it off, I guess, our personal enjoyment of the show, of the match itself. Not really like, do we think this was better or this was worse? Yada yada. We're just going from what we found entertaining and kept us watching throughout. Next we have, well, I've put the photo of the KO show here, but it's Kevin Owens and Stone Cold Steve Austin in a no holds barred as the WrestleMania main event of night 1. This one really threw me for a spin, actually. That was quite an enjoyable matchup from my point of view. I don't know about you.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Like I said, I think Stone Cold probably did a lot more than he should have. Like, he didn't have to do as much as he did, sorry. He did a lot, which was very good. Where to put it, though? What do you reckon?
I think because of the spectacle of what it was, of being Stone Cold's first match in 19 years, and the amount of effort he put into that matchup, even though people said it was kind of bad, I think it was more that it got slow at the start and got better later on. So, I'm thinking amazing, but that's me personally.
I was thinking amazing as well.
Okay, we'll both put it in amazing then. So
yeah, I think yeah, like I said, the whole thing of it, like Stone Cold wrestling again in the main event, like what?
The opener of night 1, which was the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Okay, I mean,
I think this one. I think for me, this one is below average, and only because of what unfortunately happened to Rick Boogs. Get well soon, Rick Boogs, after that horrific injury he had. I think they kind of just derailed the whole match and made him like rush a few things. That's just my opinion, though. I feel like it could have been more, and it probably was going to be more if the injury didn't occur.
Yeah, I think it was below below average. Like I would say, like I couldn't put it in bad or shit show because of
No,
the
no.
circumstances.
Yeah, I think.
So below average, I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have the almighty Bobby Lashley against the giant Omos. Me personally, nothing really excited me from this match. Was it bad by any means? I don't think so. Oh,
Really?
actually, it could have been quite bad. Bobby Lashley did get his head smashed on the turnbuckle.
I
Like
thought
on
it
this.
was I thought it was pretty bad.
Okay, well, let's agree to disagree. Well, obviously come to an agreement here. I think we'll put him in bad then, because I was probably thinking bad now that you've said it kind of out loud, and I'm kind of like, oh.
I don't know. I didn't think it was much to it. I don't know. It was a bit weird. It kind of came out of nowhere, and it just didn't. I don't know. I didn't expect much from it anyway, but I just didn't really enjoy it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just didn't enjoy it. I think that's the best way to describe it.
The New Day versus Ridge Holland and Sheamus. The match that was cancelled on night 1 and shown on night 2. I think this is below average or bad. I'm gonna be honest.
I was thinking shit show. I mean, you had the 4 of them, they're all decent, they're all good, and you give them 1 minute and 40 seconds. That's not a WrestleMania like worthy match or anything.
Yeah, but is it a shit show though? I think
No, probably not. I think
bad
it's just bad. Probably just
wrestling.
bad. I do think I enjoyed the Bobby Lashley Omos match better than that one. So I think
It was hard to get interested in this matchup because of what was being shown, because you had no time to really prepare yourself for this type of match.
No, they got attacked during the promo. You were like halfway through the attack when the promo came back.
I think this one goes in bad. We'll put it
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
All right. Now this one, the visionary Drip God himself, Seth Rollins, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
I don't think we have to say much about this one. I personally don't know where I want to put this, but
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
yeah,
Right?
it's amazing.
I think I guess the whole like spot fest that people are used to these days is definitely not in this matchup, and if you're definitely looking for that, it's not here. I think it's like storytelling wise and the match quality wise, it was definitely a different type of match that was showcasing more that, well, Cody Rhodes is obviously changed and he's experienced more, and it was more showing that this is a different Cody Rhodes than what we're used to. And yeah, I think it was an amazing matchup storytelling wise, and obviously some very cool moments. I think there was the cutter from the top rope,
Yeah, the Cody cutter, yeah.
and I must have zoned out or something, but I didn't remember him doing a buckle bombing to the barricade.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I must have zoned out. But
Oh, yeah, that was weird as, yeah.
do we think it's better than Kevin Owens and Stone Cold?
Yes, I think it's better. I think, yeah,
Okay,
I think it's better.
Okay,
You even think it's better, really?
I thought Stone Cold Kevin Owens was better, but like, again, we got the S tier, which we will
Yeah.
leave to the end to be like, this is where we're putting our last match. All right, this was the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. It's a bit average for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a bit bang average.
You know what? I would say it's probably average.
I think it's the best average we're going to get. And it's going to be sad as it is, but I enjoyed Pat McAfee and Austin Theory and Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn more than the main event. But
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is just the same
yeah, and
Same.
I feel like,
same stick
yeah, while it's a good like
shtick.
shtick or combination between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, I feel like Roman Reigns' best matches are with people smaller than him.
That's same with Brock as well.
Yeah, so it's a tie average, but we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
All right, this one now here I think could have been the main event of night 1. Like,
Yes.
minus Kevin Owens.
I think
So,
I think for me personally, I think the 3 best matches at WrestleMania were Rollins, Rhodes, Owens, Austin, and then Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch.
I'm happy with putting that in amazing as well. I'll just leave it up here because these 3 can be intertwinable.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll decide which one's the best. I guess I don't think anything else could top it. Maybe we have a different opinion later on, but I think these three are definitely the clear favourites
Yep.
for the match of the weekend or match of the week, whatever you want to say. Next, we have the women's fatal four-way tag team match. I personally didn't think it was average. I didn't think it was pretty bad. I thought it was pretty below average or high below
I was gonna
average.
say below average as well.
Yep, I'm happy to.
It wasn't bad. Like, it was good to see Sasha Banks finally get a WrestleMania win after 6 years. 6
Yeah.
years? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the only redeeming thing about the match. But it wasn't terrible. Like, it wasn't unwatchable.
Next one, we have AJ Styles taking on the Rated R Superstar Edge.
We can have different opinions about this one because I feel like we might here.
I feel like this is a very big reminiscence of Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles back at WrestleMania 34. I'm not putting it an average or amazing. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty solid match.
I didn't think people. I saw people giving it like hate online, saying it was pretty boring and all that. I didn't think it was that bad. I actually thought it was pretty decent. I was invested in it, especially with the ending with Damian Priest. So
I was sort of, but I didn't enjoy the ending of like AJ just like what AJ's just stares at him and loses.
he got speared. He gave Edge the chance to come back.
Yeah, AJ Styles is a veteran of the ring. He should know that type of stuff.
You should also know where the stage is as well. No, I'm joking.
True. Okay. Where do we think this goes?
I think pretty good. I think pretty good.
But where in pretty good is the question.
Oh, I don't know
The
actually.
thing is, like,
They're all.
If I'm looking at it, I'm putting it either here or here.
Yeah,
I think it's better than Pat McAfee and Austin Theory, but I think Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville was far entertaining. But this match, like, just wrestling quality was good. Some of the bumps they took was very good.
Let's leave that. I reckon that's fine.
Okay, next one. We have a tag team match between the Mysterios and The Miz and Logan Paul. Another celebrity matchup here at WrestleMania. Where we saying?
I thought this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought the crowd got really into it, especially when Logan Paul started doing, the Three Amigos and then the Eddie Guerrero turn on the top rope and the frog splash.
Yeah, I mean he definitely knew how to work the crowd, which I thought was very.
Yeah, good. I think this is pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Better than.
I think end part. Yeah, right at the end. Yeah.
You thought it was okay? Cool.
You reckon?
I think I enjoyed it more than Pat McAfee's match, but
oh yeah, swap it.
It doesn't really matter because it's like it's the same. Like it's not really that.
Yeah.
Different. All right. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Champions match between RK Bro, Alpha Academy, and Street Profits. I mean, you kind of knew what you were expecting with this matchup. It was going to be pretty good, pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it was average at all. I actually enjoyed it. I thought being the opening match for night 2, I think it was a good choice. I enjoyed. Oh yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it, the whole match. Yeah.
Where do we say? I think it was pretty good too. I have no complaints about it. Yeah. I think it just can go right smack here.
Yeah, right there.
All right, and the last one on the list, when we'll decide which we thought was the match of the weekend. The last minute decision was Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon. Okay. Where do you think this one should go?
This is a shit. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh, I was gonna say yes. It's a shit show.
Yeah, it is a shit show. Yeah, put a shit show.
76-year-old Vince McMahon in the ring wrestling a NFL retired footballer and beating him by kicking a football into his, I guess, stomach or family jewel area.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? I mean,
yeah.
It was entertaining as well, but overall it was a complete shit show. It deserves to be right here.
And that stunner.
The stunner. Okay. Oh my god, the stunner.
I personally think match of the weekend was Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. I think the whole just the build up of it. Seth Rollins basically building up. I mean, then he built that match up by himself. I know Owens did the same thing, sort of thing, but we kind of knew Austin was always going to be there. The thing with Rollins is that you kind of still didn't know, is it going to be Cody Rhodes or not? And then when he did come out, you kind of okay, this is cool. This is really interesting considering, with AEW and everything. And then I think the match was, I don't know, I remember watching it and being invested the whole time, and I enjoyed the whole match. I enjoyed every second of it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to disagree with you in that term. I think the best match of the weekend, or at WrestleMania, was Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair. I think those two women absolutely killed it, and I felt bad for everyone else who had to follow, because they could have easily main evented night 1 or night 2. They had a better match than the greatest or biggest wrestling match of all time. You had, either way, either superstar could have won that match, and the crowd was into it the whole time. The crowd were favourites on both sides. I think that was probably the best match of the weekend. Very enjoyable, very brutal as well. I mean, did you see Bianca Belair's eye after the matchup? Those two women absolutely tore the house down and nearly tore each other apart.
The more you talk about that match, the more I'm kind of like.
I think they both amazing, worthy matches. I'm happy with either one. But
I think
you definitely raise a good observations with the Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes match, which is making me think, is that the match of the weekend? I mean, overall, probably in the long run, you look at something like Cody Rhodes being from AEW, maybe just a whole spectacle.
I think it was just that, but I think like you said, the match of Belair and Lynch was pretty good.
And we moved Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes to the match of the weekend. I think overall, the spectacle of AEW being the first big guy to jump and performing in a great match against one of the best in all of wrestling at the moment, Seth Rollins. I mean, what more could you ask for? The crowd was into it. The commentators, Rollins and Rhodes, were into it. Everyone was into it. You couldn't really look away from it. I think that's probably the best match, I guess, we've decided of the weekend. Well, that is the end of our tier maker. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. Please let us know if you think this was the correct list, or if you thought some of the matches were better than others or some were worse than others. Please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.